In a study of over 5,000 people who described meeting their soulmate, 94% said they felt it immediately, not over weeks, not gradually, the moment they met. One conversation, sometimes just a glance across a room. Neuroscience now has a very specific explanation for why that happens. And more importantly, why most people's brains are operating in a state that makes that feeling almost neurologically impossible to experience. This isn't about being unlucky. It isn't about living in the wrong city or swiping on the wrong apps. There is something happening inside your nervous system right now, something measurable, something documented by researchers at some of the world's leading institutions. That is either making deep connection possible or quietly making it invisible. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what that is and what actually shifts it. Let's start with something most people have never been taught. Your brain is not silent. It is constantly generating electrical activity. Pulses of energy measured in cycles per second called hertz. Neuroscientists call these brainwave states, and depending on which state you're in, your experience of the world and your capacity for connection changes completely. There are 5 main states: beta, 13 to 30 hertz. This is where most people spend their entire waking life. Alert, analytical, reactive. It's your work mode, your scrolling mode. You're replaying an awkward conversation from 3 years ago at 2 a.m. mode. Most people reading this live almost exclusively here. Alpha, 8 to 13 hertz. Relaxed, but present. The state you slip into on a long walk, a warm shower, those quiet moments before sleep when your best ideas suddenly show up uninvited. Theta, 4 to 8 hertz. Deep relaxation, creativity, genuine emotional openness. This is the state associated with flow, intuition, and the kind of presence that makes other people feel genuinely seen. Delta, below 4 hertz. Deep sleep, restoration, the state where your brain literally cleans itself. And gamma, above 30 hertz. Moments of peak insight, deep clarity, the feeling of everything suddenly making sense. Now here's what nobody tells you. When you are chronically stuck in high beta, which most people in 2026 are, your nervous system is running a low-level threat response. Not full panic, just a constant background hum of alertness, scanning, guarded, walls up so automatically you don't even feel them anymore. And people feel that in you. Before you say a single word, before you smile or make eye contact. The frequency you're broadcasting is being read by every nervous system in the room, constantly, silently, without anyone involved being aware it's happening. Think about the last time you were in a room full of people and felt completely alone. Not sad exactly, just unreachable, like there was glass between you and everyone else. That feeling has a neurological and physiological explanation, and it goes deeper than the brain. The HeartMath Institute in California has spent over 30 years researching something most scientists once dismissed. They discovered that your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends outside your body in every direction, not metaphorically, measurably. And the quality of that field, what they call coherence, changes based on your internal emotional state. When you're stressed or anxious, your heart rhythm becomes erratic, incoherent. When you're calm or emotionally open, your heart rhythm becomes smooth and coherent. And this affects the field your body produces. When 2 people are close together and both in a coherent state, their heart rhythms can begin to synchronize. This is not theory. This is measured physiological data. What it means is simple. The people you're meant to connect with most deeply require your nervous system to be in a state that allows connection. If you're constantly stressed or guarded, you can stand next to the right person and feel nothing. Not because it isn't there, because your system is blocking it. In 1992, neuroscientists discovered a class of brain cells called mirror neurons. These neurons fire when you perform an action, and also when you watch someone else do it. Your brain reacts as if you're experiencing it yourself. But this goes deeper than movement. Your mirror neuron system constantly reads other people's emotional states in real time. You feel it instantly. Someone calm makes you feel calmer. Someone tense makes you feel tense, even if nothing is said. Even if nothing is obvious, that person who felt instantly comfortable, that person who felt slightly off, that wasn't imagination, that was your brain reading signals. And here's the part people miss. It works both ways. You are also being read. Constantly. People feel your emotional state before you explain anything. Your openness or your guardedness is always being broadcast. And it directly affects the depth of connection you can have in any moment. So how does someone end up in a state that blocks connection? Most of it is not conscious. Chronic stress is one of the biggest factors. Long-term stress changes how the brain processes social reward. Connection starts to feel less safe, and isolation starts to feel more comfortable. Not because you want it, because your system adapts. Unresolved emotional experiences also play a role. What hasn't been processed doesn't disappear. It stays in the body. It shows up as tension, as hesitation, as subtle protection in social moments. And in modern life, overstimulation makes it worse. Constant digital input reduces the brain's sensitivity to emotional depth. We are more connected than ever, but often less present than ever. The result is simple. People want deep connection, but their nervous systems are not always in a state that supports it. So what actually changes this? Your nervous system is not fixed. It is plastic. It adapts to what you repeatedly experience. That means change is possible. Meditation, breath work, time in nature, and practices that slow the nervous system all shift brain states over time. Studies have shown that consistent practice can physically change areas of the brain linked to emotional regulation and connection. This does not happen overnight, but it does happen. And across history, different traditions discovered the same thing. When the internal state changes, perception changes. A lot of people hear this and start wondering something else. Not just how to shift their frequency, but who they're shifting it toward. If that's something you've been thinking about too, I left something interesting in the description. No pressure, just there if you're curious. Finding the right person was never only about finding them, it was about becoming someone they could actually reach. The neuroscience keeps pointing to the same idea. Your internal state shapes your external reality more than most people realize. And when that state shifts, everything around you starts to shift with it. You don't have to take my word for it. The research already did. And if this made you think differently about connection and the mind, then you are already asking the right questions. There is more to this than most people ever get told. New ideas, new research, and deeper ways of understanding how people actually connect in real life. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And if this resonated with you, leave a like so more people who need this can find it too. I'll see you in the next one.